While fighting rages on between the Taliban and Pakistan's army in the Swat Valley, the militants are also engaging in psychological warfare, now threatening members of parliament and their families. CNN's Ivan Watson joins us live from the capital of Islamabad with more on the details. Ivan?
Melissa, there has been a fresh wave of threats coming from a Taliban spokesman, Muslim Khan, who told me on the phone today that any member of parliament from the northwest of Pakistan in the national parliament or the provincial parliament must resign in 3 days. Otherwise, their relatives will be taken hostage and their properties in that region will be blown up and destroyed. So that will definitely send a chill through the spines of some of the people living in that area who have been born there and raised there. Melissa?
Tell us about the people who are essentially terrified, those that are becoming displaced, and by the hundreds of thousands.
Absolutely. More than 500,000 people, Melissa, in just 11 days. That's the size of a medium-sized city in the U.S., that population. We've been following a group of orphans from the Swat Valley, following them as they just recently made their escape from the Swat Valley. Rashid Ali is an orphan who just escaped a war zone on foot. He and 24 other boys from an orphanage stopped to rest in a school after having walked more than 20 miles to flee the fighting in Pakistan's Swat Valley. The dazed look on their faces says it all. Boys as young as 5 years old, tired, scared, thirsty. Some, like 12-year-old Rashid, are disabled. Because of his deformed spine, he cannot sit down to rest. These boys spent the last week hiding in the back of their orphanage in the town of Mingora after it ended up on the front lines of Pakistan's war with the Taliban.
Every day, sir, every day, there are many Taliban and army are every time fight, sir, bomb blast. We can't, sir, stay there.
When the army briefly lifted a curfew on Sunday, teacher Imran Khan decided to make a run for it.
Most of them, we helped them. We carried them on our shoulders.
Eventually, they found a van to complete the last leg of their journey to the western city of Peshawar. Unlike the others, little Rashid has no choice but to stand. One of the boys from the orphanage is missing. An 8th grader named Ubaid got separated on the chaotic journey. Teachers say he's back in Swat, now under the care of Pakistani soldiers. The United Nations reports more than 360,000 people have fled their homes in the last 10 days. Monday afternoon, the boys from Swat Valley finally arrive at a shelter in the relative safety of Peshawar. Their journey has taken more than 36 hours. The young refugees get a warm welcome from other boys, friends who escaped from the same orphanage a few days earlier. Another Pakistani charity has offered to feed and house these kids for the next 2 months. Despite the hardships they've endured, no one here is complaining, not even Rashid. Due to his back problem, Rashid always eats alone. And Melissa, Ubaid, the boy who was separated from this group of orphans, we spoke with him a few hours ago. He is back in the Swat Valley. He's under the care of Pakistani soldiers, and he said that he was scared and terrified because there were a lot of explosions and bullets flying outside the orphanage where he was staying. We went on to speak with a Pakistani soldier. He said the curfew was so strict that anybody who stepped out on the street was being shot, whether it was a civilian or a militant, and there were bodies laying out in the street that could not be picked up because of this curfew. Melissa?
Ivan Watson, live for us from the capital of Islamabad today. Ivan, thank you.